Hello everybody and welcome to today's reaction video. So let's have a look at what we're going to be reacting to today. It is a donation which we're, as always, really grateful for. Let's have a look at the message that accompanies it. So it's from Daffodil, who again has donated, so a $15 donation. Thank you so much. Incredible. So she's asking for saying it's a more serious Tommy this time. His friend Christian died too soon and this was his favourite song. Tommy dedicated this to his memory, The Sound of Silence. Thank you guys. So in order to be more prepared, I did send this to Brett. Was it today, this morning, I think, or yesterday, maybe? Can't remember. But I sent it to you. You can't remember it, but okay. But you said that you already know this very well. Because this is, if we actually look at it, hopefully, Brett, you can see this. It does say that it's the cover of the Disturbed version of Sound of Silence, which was originally by Simon and Garfunkel. So I know that you've told me that you know both of those versions.
Correct.
So when I listened to them today, the Disturbed version and the Simon and Garfunkel one, yeah, it was very familiar. I know that the so I do know the song. I don't know it like really well, but I know it. And the Disturbed version has had like over 1 billion views, which is mental. It's crazy. So yeah, that's what Tommy is going to be covering today, the Disturbed version of the song. So anything you want to add before we start listening, sir?
No, I think I'll rather go straight into it. I would really be interested to actually know your reaction to the Disturbed one. But I think we have to do that a separate time, not in this video, not take anything away from Tommy. But I would be really interested to know.
Well, what I would say is I think I prefer the Disturbed version to the Simon and Garfunkel version. It's more, has more to it. I would say that. So hopefully this will be a good one as well.
Darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless sleeps I walk alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turn my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one dare disturb the sound silence. Fools said I do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words like silent raindrop fell and echoed in a well of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god he made. And the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls and whispers to the sound of silence.
Okay, Brett, I'd like you to go first, just because I think you could probably give more insight here, as you're more familiar with, well, both versions of the song, the Simon and Garfunkel one and the other one as well, which just was a cover of. It was a cover of a cover. So,
Yeah.
how did you find it?
Listen, really, really good. There's no denying that. And I know you said at the start you prefer the Disturbed version over the original. And I have to agree as well. Um, because I'm quite simple and in terms of we've said this before about picking up on lyrics and stuff and everything like that. And it wasn't until I hear like the Disturbed one, and I've said it before with some other covers we've done in the past where suddenly the lyrics sound so different. They feel like they've got different meaning. It just feels like a totally different song. And it's maybe because the Simon and Garfunkel one, because what's the genre? They're sort of more like, I've always said like sort of pop folk kind of music. Kind of always feels a bit more upbeat. But then when you sing in a different way, it feels totally different. Um, love Tommy's way of doing it as well. I feel like the Disturbed version, it's almost one tone right at the start, and then there's a cut-off point, and it then changes and stays like there. With Tommy's, I felt like it progressively got more aggressive or more emotional as he was doing, which I quite like, sort of built up rather than just sort of a sudden change and being very different from there. The other thing I noticed, because we always talked in the past with Tommy, and that he's quite entertaining. He likes, have like a cheeky wink to the camera, and he still had sort of a lot of sort of facial expressions while singing this one, but you could just there was a difference where there was very little looking at the camera. It was just focusing. It's obviously the dedication. We obviously saw his friend at the start and at the end, which I wasn't expecting as well. Because I normally say, "Oh, it's dedicated," but they don't literally put a dedication to it. Sometimes in the notes, but not so much in the video there. And again, it just brought so much more emotion into that one as well. Um, so yeah, it's hard to say like out of all the three of them, which one do I prefer more? I've always got to give credit to the original, especially for I don't think people realize maybe always how old the original by Paul Simon is. Like it's a song from like the early 60s. So we're talking a long time ago and it still gets played and it's still recognizable and still a good song. The Disturbed version then just takes it to a whole different dimension. And then I think Tommy's one does a great um what's the word? Great dedication to that sort of Disturbed version as well, and just it's hard to say to sort of his own stamp on it. And maybe he did when I say maybe he sort of progressively put more motion throughout the song from there. Yeah, so that's what I say. But it's a shame because I really would have liked to maybe have just heard the Paul Simon and Garfunkel, there's Simon and Garfunkel original one without him the Disturbed one, and then see what you would have thought when you heard the Tommy one, because I think that would have been such a bigger contrast for you to compare.
Yeah. So I think touching on what you said there regarding how we talk about how Tommy's has this kind of like sort of sense of humor kind of thing and plays to the camera. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to do that so much with this one because of the situation. Obviously singing it in memory of his friend, and we saw in the comment as well from Daffodil saying a more serious one now from Tommy. So yeah, I didn't feel that same kind of humour, but like I said, I wasn't expecting to, and I didn't really want to either under the circumstances, isn't it? Plus the type of song it is as well. I don't think it even really fit in if it was like that. So because I don't know the song very well. Like I said, I do know it, but not well enough to be able to really compare them. Like I only kind of briefly went through the Disturbed one, and even to a lesser extent went through the Simon and Garfunkel one. So interesting there that you said that this version by Tommy is more progressive compared to Disturbed version, which had that kind of softer part, and then suddenly the second part was completely different. So I think I figured about it. I did actually kind of notice that when I was listening to the Disturbed version. And yeah, I agree with you. I think it was more progressive from Tommy. It certainly started off very calm, and steadily made its way up, and was really really impressive the way he sung it. And I was very much fixed. I even turned the subtitles on. I'm terrible at like listening to lyrics, but I knew this song had a deep meaning, so I really wanted to try to understand it, and I can't say I did, but I'm terrible. But I was trying, and it was like a different kind of emotion from me listening to this, whereas normally when I'm reacting to Tommy, I'm sort of smiling, and but with this one it was just more emotion. Obviously under the circumstances and everything, and you saw there the guy was born in 1984, so he's pretty much the same age as us, slightly older. So really sad for him to have lost his life so young. And I enjoyed that. I just enjoyed the emotion of it. Just really good performance. Sung it so well, such emotion. I could really feel it towards the end of the song. So really good performance from Tommy. I'm sure his friend Christian would be proud of him. So let's leave it there. As usual, I've forgotten to promote our donations to the channel, so I will add it in now if anyone's still watching. If you donate to our channel, we will guarantee and prioritize a request for you. You can donate via coffee.com or on some of our YouTube videos, the ones that are not copyrighted. So there's not too many of them. So I think that's pretty much it from us. Is there anything you would like to add, sir?
No, I think we'll leave it there. Leave it on your closing words.
Okay, guys. So thank you very much, and see you again soon for the next one. Take care.